Pow Wow, yo yippee, hey guys, part number 2 is super excited to be with you guys today. As always, we'll dive into the love of the community, then talk about what's happening on the markets, and talk about how SwissBorg Network is developing. If you're new to this show, it's all about the community of SwissBorg becoming financial free, which is our mission, because we want to democratize wealth management by making it fun, fair, and community-centric. In this special episode, we're going to dive into 4 different things mainly, which is market update. Are we heading into a bear market, and is the game over? Or on the opposites, is this just a small correction before Trump gets to meet the new president-elect? Then talk about more about what is happening on the SwissBorg network. There's so much to do regarding alpha opportunities, earn opportunities. There's events that we're going to be coming all around Europe to see you guys, and obviously talk about Pegasus Club, which is the elite club of SwissBorg. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Fazel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. And if you want to serve me for just 2 seconds, just please like this, blast your notification bell, and share it with whoever you want. This will help the SwissBorg network to flourish. As always, let's get into some fun. The Meme Week Challenge, you guys have done a lot of different memes, and seriously, they're awesome. I know that internally a lot of people were saying about the Borgers, where the golfer Tiger Woods is shaking a hand, a guy behind a tree, which is the developers, UX designers, DeFi experts, and everything. The WrestleMania one with Borg and XB is a great one too. But they're really good. And the great thing is that in the next slide, we're going to show who's going to be the great winner. I really love the token will be listed on Buy, just bridge it to Solana and listed on SwissBorg. I love that one.
$1 zillion. The question is, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
So the winner is, wait for it. There you go. Well, the world of the complex world DeFi SwissBorg Earn strategies were the Turkish guy versus the Korean, I think so, lady, which was that was just awesome. The guy just in his hand just like went for the bull shot. I think so, won the gold medal, and he was like the coolest guy everywhere. The other girl is just like way too much, all these stupid gadgets for no reason. And I think so that means a lot. It really shows that, SwissBorg, we're just removing all the bullshit, the risk, the high fees that you pay, the high risk that you have within that. And today we're going to be introducing a really new alpha reward as well, which is a really good one to yield actually in Bitcoin, which is a rare one. Question of the week: does anyone understand what's the difference between Mo and Mate and Moemate? It's fine if you don't understand it. It is a bit confusing, but essentially Moemate is the project, which is, as you probably guys know right now, it's AI agents, which is one of the biggest themes of 2024 and now 25. Mo was just a simple meme token, which was just a test, just to play out with the community and do some growth. And Mate is actually the real AI agent that will enable to create all these different AI agents, which many of them already exist in the world of Web2, but not yet in the world of Web3, because the token itself hasn't been listed yet and is about to happen. We'll talk about it right after in Borg. News of the week: more money coming to the table very shortly, with $1.2 billion of creditors going to FTX, which is really nice. And this is going to happen in hopefully the next month. President-elect Trump expected to issue executive orders related to crypto policies on his first day of office. This is very, very important. And we'll talk about it right after. And the macro thing is that President Trump's not going to waste too much time, and it's going to be very good for you guys. So let's now talk about the market. So we have had a crazy bull run in the last quarter. Q4 was an insane one, right? Where it really brought, let's say especially October was already great, even if you think about it. Look, we went from pretty much 60 to 110. So that's like a 90% growth, right? And, to here to 1.8, dropping down to 90th yesterday was definitely Not scary, but concerning. I think so for most of us. There's no doubt of saying like, are we now going back into a bear market, right? We know that the 92,000 is a huge support. It's a very, very huge support. The big thing that we have to look at in terms of macro picture, which is worrisome, it is the dollar is really strong. Like if you compare the dollar since Trump was about to win, it went, for example, versus the Swiss franc, it went from, it appreciated, I think so 10-15% at the least. So you're really seeing that the dollar index is really, really getting stronger and stronger. You see here, you see a 10% growth here roughly that has since we know that pretty much Trump is winning the race. This is not necessarily something that we do really like to see as a scenario. The world debt is pretty much dollars. People buy dollars. And if European country or any other country in the world has debt in dollars, and if the dollar essentially grows, well, then the debt of that country essentially just grows in parallel with it. So it's definitely not something that is good. And this could be a big risk for anything. In terms of world economy. Funny enough, you see the same thing that happens in 2016 when Trump got elected. And I think so this is always a strategy where you see that this is a good way for example, the tariffs that Trump is going to put whatsoever different countries will be a good way to essentially weaken the dollar by after. So they come in force and then they do their things for, import and export trades. And then essentially the dollar will weaken most probably in the next 6-9 months. So this is still something to look at. What is very interesting as well is that the BTC correlation started, 241 days ago after the halving, and the correction lasted for approximately 1 month in previous cycles. Does that mean it's going to repeat itself or not? And as it looks like, it's probably looking at that same thing, and you could see that right now. The distribution phase went back to against the accumulation phase to old whales. So, it's always hard to say that, but is it this thing all planned by a mega evil, Trump administration where they just want to buy back a huge amount of Bitcoins and be able to carry, or, Jamie Dimon yesterday saying that this is a Ponzi scheme and that, Bitcoin is going to zero and they're just buying more, as to grow their own pockets, right? It's always a weird one, but I'm not a conspirational theory specialist, and I usually don't, but this one is a bit weird. From Gary Gensler being a fan of crypto to being SSN chairman and get against it, now to Powell saying at the Fed that Bitcoin is never going to be a part of, the national debt and whatsoever. I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of people that are pushing towards Bitcoin not appreciating itself to accumulate it, and that might be a real thing. Nevertheless, we talked about multiple times, and Jeremy Bullman has a great article about this that you should read. He's our CGO now, about to be elected Chief Governance Officer. He does this much better than I do, but it's always the same thing. The Fed is a bit like a bar, right? Think about the money markets as a bar. And when the Fed start lowering down interest rates, this means the bar is getting cheaper and cheaper, almost get to almost free. So that means that people just consume more and more drinks within that bar, and people will get eventually drunk. Then, things will get messy and prices will have to correct and you'll have to hike rates. But until you are lowering down interest rates, we strongly believe at SwissBorg, this is the best macro indicator. It doesn't really matter what happens around the world. Until there is liquidity, there's probably a strong chances that you see there's going to be always uptrends. They could be side trends for some times, but eventually it's still an uptrend. And you see that any time that whenever there is cheap money, it goes fly to risky assets such as stocks and crypto. So we strongly believe that, and the cycle momentum, is still going to happen in 2025, where we're still going to have a nice bull run, and eventually they'll have the time to take some profits, right? So that's pretty much where we're heading. I'll let you check out the macro analysis that's within the SwissBorg website, which is really gives you the same analysis here. However, this right now brings us to a market that is in the red. People are fear, but if you just zoom out, it's still a crazy year, right? So if you look at, year to year, right? So this is still fantastic. And I hope that this green bubble Borg doesn't get more than 80%, but more in the, let's say 1,000%. That'll be much better. My top 10 tokens of last week was these 10. It hasn't changed. Which one you like to cover first? So anyone, please on top tokens on my posts. I'm gonna post it there, and whenever the one has the most comments, I'll make a video next week about one of these 10 tokens. So now let's talk about the product update within SwissBorg. As you guys know, there's been some tokens that have been listing, which is really nice. There's some AI agents, which is really nice to see. There's AI pumps and Chunky. Chunky was voted by the community, which is a meme. There's Dogami, which was a very nice one. Mo, as we just talked about this earlier. Smart Decks, which is really cool. Smart Decks, it's a bit like a Camino type of project that is actually Swiss, from Swiss Romandie, which is really cool. They're able to really bring on-chain market making. They have an active community of really good, talented traders too there. They do some market making and other different things. I think so. It's really an interesting play. They're on multi-chains. Their tokens on Arbitrum, if I remember well, but the one we have there is probably on Solana, and we finally got it listed, which is really cool. And shout out to the Smart Decks guys. On Ethereum, he has as well brought more old school type of tokens, which is Gnosis and Synthetics. Mates is coming. So the TGA is going to happen, and within that same day, the idea is to list it. Many of you have already participated through the alpha opportunity, which we explained already last week. Mates is going to be done so through BorgPad. TGA is going to happen. It's going to be listed Mates versus Borg, which is really great again for SwissBorg, which would be the 5th token that is listed on liquidity bootstrapping through that, which is great. And the Mates, the token itself, it's a platform currency, which is really cool. So the ability to do other AI agents will do through Mates, which is very important. Then we'll have the DAO governance, there'll be participation, and there'll be more things to be built on Mates. So a really interesting token. AI agent is most probably one of the the new meme. I would say 25 is the AI agents. I repeated that already. We talked about Waifu last week a bit. Mates, I think so, has even something a little bit better, which has really strong Web2 footprints, and they have avatars and all of that, which is really cool. And they have like even AI agents for chess, and hopefully have more of them coming. And as an open source protocol, people will build up more AI agents. So I think so. This is definitely a very interesting play, and hope we're gonna build a lot of great things on it. And more importantly, show to the world that BorgPad and Mates is definitely a very interesting investment. Earn, we have some really good things about Earn. The crazy done. So you guys know already what Upshift is. We've been working with them for the USD yield. This is a high yield. However, you get up to 20%, which is crazy. In AVAX, which is down. The cooldown period is only 3 days, so it's very liquid, which is really good. So definitely interesting one for people that are into Avalanche ecosystem. Alpha Rewards, this is a new type of product that is a bit combination of how you go for early investments through DeFi, and by lending and relending, staking or restaking, enabled to farm different points, get some tokens. And this one is most probably one of the most interesting one I've seen. No one is offering this. This is very good, very well put with the meme of earlier about the Turkish guy doing this cool shot again, the gold medal, which goes very well with the Bitcoin right here. This is Alpha Rewards, is a combination of a strategy between Lombard and Morpho, and as well participating in different other point systems such as Babylon. So the big strategy here is about lending and then relending essentially on different platforms. This gives you a nice yield in BTC, but as well, it will give you as well essentially Morpho tokens, and hopefully you'll be able to accumulate points with Babylon and Lombard. The pool size was 20 BTC last time. This time we're doing only 10 BTC. The maximum of investment is 0.25 based on obviously your different premium levels. Could be lower or up to 0.25 BTC. Its subscriptions opens on January 15th, and it will only be 24 hours, and it's gonna be hard to get into this one. So go if you want. Please make sure this is a high risk type of investment. This is a yield that is, again, extremely well sophisticated, but there's high risk to this. Now that he thought that there was finish, is still more to go with Alpha Reward. Fitchin, the new Alpha deal is coming. It's really cool. Fitchin essentially is a bit like an SwissBorg, well done on the Spanish market. So it's not a competitive market of SwissBorg. The video just after is going to show you exactly what's all it about.
Fitchin is a playground that connects and empowers esports communities. Play your favorite titles and get rewards with no need to be a professional gamer. Join the communities of the world's best teams, compete in their exclusive tournaments, and win great prizes. Get access to benefits and unique experiences. The future of your community is voted and decided by you. Explore the marketplace to purchase memberships, tickets, collectibles, and much more. In this galaxy, each community is a species inhabiting its own planet. By joining the community, you will bring your avatar to life with the singular DNA of that species. By taking part in Fitchin, you will accumulate energy that you can use to make your avatar evolve to reach new levels of benefits and monetization. Travel with your avatar to multiple metaverses and bring your community's legacy to new worlds.
So shout out to Sergio. He's been really cool. He made probably one of the biggest tweets of all time with 16 million followers. That helps. So that was really cool about him. The details about this vault is going to happen essentially this week on the 16th. It will happen at 2 p.m. for the diamonds, 2:30 for the gold, and 3 the public one. With the same price. The big difference though is that you'll be able to invest more if you're in a diamond vault, such as myself, $400 and down to $200. This is an exclusive Borg pad deal for this early project. Pegasus, guys, it's elevate your investment experience, and this is 24-25 outlook. If you don't know what Pegasus is an investment club for, let's say, the cool cats of SwissBorg. To be eligible for that, I think so you need over $100,000 worth of assets in it. And then you have really great personalized services with dedicated RMs, tailor-made services. There's more cool things that are going to be happening within investments as well. So there's investment mandates that are going to be built. There's portfolio analysis. There's different, obviously, alpha vaults, Pegasus vaults, sorry for them. And there's a lot of different things. And obviously there's as well lifestyle, there's different events happening, Caprice and different other places. So it's really, really cool place to discover it. If you're not part of it, and you're eligible, I think that could be a great thing for yourself. I'm getting more and more involved with the Swiss Club, and I really, really extremely like it. This is just the team as it is, which is really good. Shout out to Carl Luis, that is just about to start. Very excited to have you, and more fresh blood coming in very soon. In terms of statistics right now, people have we have almost 500 people there. There's been 22 deals with an average performance of 23% so far. The assets under custody today is 131 millions, and there's been 37 events done in 2024. The outlook 2025 is to grow this, obviously, to bring a higher amount of users who even have more than 500,000, which is great. The membership fee is roughly 500 USDC, and will grow probably to 300 million, and more events, of course, and more revenues too. So again, if you want to be part of it, alexander.p2@swissborg.com is the person to contact, and he will make sure that you enroll in the best way possible. If not, just check it out on our website, on the Pegasus Club. You could learn all about us, check out all the information, and apply to it. If you want to be part of the SwissBorg network and check us out, we're going to be in Neuchâtel very shortly, but it's a sold out one in Paris as well. But there is the big thing happening, which is the Avalanche Winter Roadshow with SwissBorg. This is going to be really cool. The next one is happening online on the 21st, and then on the 22nd we'll be participating on the Avalanche one, but this time on Twitter, which is really cool. But we'll be live as well and meet you guys in London, Brussels, Paris, Lausanne, Zurich from Monday 27th to Thursday 6th. I will be attending all of them, besides maybe not the one in Lausanne. Now it brings us to the weekly data with our beautiful Borg. Not a great week for Borg. Minus 11%, and only 230 people that updated their subscription or got to be part of the Borger community, unfortunately. And in terms of data, it's a bit similar to last week, a little bit better than last week, but it's pretty much the same thing. Which brings us to community index, cast your score, and indeed it's pretty much as last week, 5.2. Not a great one, so we could improve drastically from there. Last but not least, we have the countdown has started, and 7 days from now we'll have the beautiful talk of YouTube. And one more thing, which is really cool, we'll be in the next day. So tomorrow we're going to have a big quiz together, which is going to be really cool. It's going to be a crypto challenge that's through Kahoot this time. And the crypto challenge, it will enable you to answer a lot of different questions. Here in the description, you'll have the Kahoot and the pin, which is here 08634101. You will be able to participate in this questionnaire, and the winners, the highest score, will win 500 Borg. This is only a start. If you like this and this starts to become viral, the good news is that we will make it even more cool. So have fun while doing it and share with whoever you want. Beautiful Borgers, a little stressful week we've had in the last days, and a little bit of morose sentiment within the markets, but it all, don't trick you out, right? This was the time that I said it last week, that if things would bounce down probably to 90 or whatsoever, 92 or 90, your order limits, then you would carry them back. And I think so. This is what exactly is happening today. We've had a nice pullback, and now we're going back, and we'll see what happens until Trump gets started to elect. I think so. That's the big thing that people is looking at least for. Big takeaway of this week, obviously, is a lot of great products that are being built at SwissBorg for you guys. Alpha opportunity, Borg pad opportunity, Alpha rewards, which is amazing. And then more yields on AVAX, which is fantastic, with double-digit 20%, which is very high. So all of this for you Borgers. I hope you guys have enjoyed this Pow Wow, and I will see you next week. And don't forget for the couch. Take care, guys. Much love. As always, be wealthy, be healthy. Love our Borg and equity. Take care, guys. Bye.
Thank you for watching our weekly Pow Wow episode. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, tune in next week anyway, so that you can figure out if it's better then. Bye!